إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد، إني أحمد الله سبحانه وتعالى وأشكره على ما من النبي علينا من هذه اللقاءات الطيبة المباركة، ونسأله سبحانه وتعالى أن يجعلها في ميزان حسناتكم أجمعين. I praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and thank Him. And indeed, it's a great pleasure once again to meet with you, dear brothers here and family at the ICPB. And especially tonight, which is a family night. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for these blessings, and after that, I would like to extend the thanks to the families, all of you, for the beautiful dinner, alhamdulillah. And now we're going to try to share with you some benefits, inshallah ta'ala, pertaining to a topic that is very important for us to listen to. And this is a topic that we've heard before. أهمية الأسرة في الإسلام, or if you want to say, the family structure in Islam. The family structure in Islam. Talking about the Muslim home. Okay, the Muslim home. Al-Baytul Muslim. And how the Muslim home should be for us Muslims. Okay? And we all know the importance of the family in Islam. We all know the importance of alhamdulillah. And we know that as Muslims, we have in Islam all we need to be successful, alhamdulillah. Islam guarantees a pure life, a life of serenity and ease and tranquility, on account that we study Islam from its proper sources, the Book of Allah, the Sound Sunnah of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We understand the text of the revelation correctly. There's no better than the understanding of the Salaf al-Salih, the companions of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then we be sincere and we put into practice. That's what guarantees success. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Nahl, من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً. Whoever does righteous actions, whether it be he or she, while upon sound belief, Allah promised for them a pure life in this life. So the pure life is guaranteed, not with luxury, more money. There are people who have a lot of money, but they are not happy in their lives whatsoever. We, alhamdulillah, we're Muslims, and we have this great ni'mah, which is al-Islam, this upright religion that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen for us and is pleased for us. Okay? All we have to do is to take advantage of it and study it, once again from its proper sources, and apply that. Of course, when it comes to that, that's what it makes a difference. It has nothing to do what country you come from, or it has just to do with how much do we apply the information when it reached us. That's what makes a difference. So we don't talk about debate. This is actually, I'm going to read from a khutbah of one of the A'immah of the Masjid al-Haram in Medina. He says, البيت نعمة لا يعرف قيمته وفضله إلا من فقده فعاش في ملجأ موحش أو ظلمات سجن أو تائه في شارع أو فلات. He says, the house that we live in, whether it be a house, apartment, whether it be spacious or not, that's a ni'mah. Having a place, look at it, that's a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whether it's an apartment, whether in a house, or a mansion, just having a place to go to at night and you store your belongings. This is a ni'mah from Allah. No one really value how great that blessing is except the one who don't have one. So those who don't have a place to live, they're the one that when they look at a house or an apartment and they're like, oh, that's nice. And they know how valuable having a place. Likewise, the same thing, same feeling shared by the people who, for whatever reason, they find themselves displaced from their homes in the camps, in refugee camps. People used to have homes. Maybe there is war, maybe there is famine, maybe there is tyranny, whatever the case is. Now they find themselves in some refugee camps. Or somebody who's doing some time in some jail somewhere. Now he's constricted now, confined to a little place. You gotta share it with 2 or 3 others. The bathroom is right there. Now that person who used to complain about the apartment, now he's like, oh, where is that? Where is those good days? Where are those good days, man? Or a homeless. We pass by homeless. We see it. See, when you pass by a homeless, the first thing should come to you is your heart, that you have a place. And you should never, ever complain about whether it is in a suburb or whether it is this or that, especially those amongst us who they live in nice areas. As you drive in to go into work or coming to the masjid or going shopping, taking your children to a nice park or whatever the case may be, you pass by some bridges and some places and some dark alleys and you see people who don't have a place, they call them homeless because they don't have homes. And the first thing that comes to you to thank Allah and be grateful that you have a place. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Nahl, وَاللَّهُ جَعَلَ لَكُم مِّن بُيُوتِكُمْ سَكَنًا. Allah has made for you from your homes a place of rest. Second, a place of tranquility and peace. قال ابن كثير رحمه الله يذكر تبارك وتعالى تمام نعمته على عبده بما جعل لهم على عباده بما جعل لهم من البيوت التي هي سكن لهم يأوون إليها ويستترون فيها وينتفعون بها سائر وجوه الانتفاع. الله أكبر. Ibn Kathir, this great Imam, Al-Hafid Ibn Kathir, is one of the great A'imma of the Salaf. He's a famous alim from the A'imma, and he has authored many, many great books and great work that Muslims until these days are benefiting from. Like the main work is the tafsir, his tafsir, the great tafsir Ibn Kathir. He says, as related to the tafsir of this ayah 80 of Surah Al-Nahl, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminded his servants about one of his many blessings upon them. One of the many blessings and favors of Allah upon us, that He has made for us these homes that we retrieve to from work, from school, when you travel. Everyone go home, right or wrong? From work you go home. You come from travel, you go home. Even those who for whatever reason, like they just leave for a couple of days and then they go back home. They say, I'm going home. For what? These homes, subhanAllah, you find ease, okay, and tranquility. And also, this is a place, a shelter for you. You cannot spend all your life in the streets. You just can't. You need a place where you have privacy. So the home provides you with privacy as well, amongst many other benefits. Especially now the homes in our time. I'm going to open the window right here and I want your participation, okay, if you don't mind. And the first person who makes eye contact with me, I take that as you want to tell me something. So please don't go blind now. Alright? So if you look at me, I take that as you want to tell me something. Right, Jay? Alright? So now, tell me some of the blessings that we have in our homes. The home is a blessing itself, right? Having a home is a great ni'mah and a blessing. Can you enumerate and mention some of the blessings within this great blessing?
Wife and children.
Wife and children. Nah. Roof. Roof. Ahsant. Yeah, that's good. Can you imagine have a house with no roof? What's that? It's going to be a problem. When you rain, the rain get into your house. Sun, it's sunny. Anything can fall on your head, right or wrong? Hey, now. That's good. Huh? Bathrooms. These rooms have bathrooms. You can use the bathrooms. People before, they used to have to walk far to use the bathroom, to relieve themselves. Kitchen. Now, what else?
Place to pray.
Place to pray.
Place
to pray. Place for salah. Even though place to sleep.
Air conditioning.
Ahsant, here's one of them. Air conditioning. Especially you guys from Florida, man. This one is air conditioning. It's very hot outside and you have air conditioning. SubhanAllah. That's a ni'mah from Allah. What else? Water. Yes, hot and cold water. That's a ni'mah from Allah. There are people, they have home, but they don't have water. Still have to go to the well or go to some, I don't know. They don't even have a well. People, man, somewhere, as we live now, we're not talking about 17th century. We're not talking about 16th and 17th. Talking now, 2018. Still there are people, they have to walk miles and miles to get some water. It was not even clean water. But me and you, we just flip over. Huh? Faucet. You just turn it on. MashaAllah. It's hot. It's cold. And you can set up the temperature you like. This is from the blessings of Allah. What else? Electricity, Ikhwan. Electricity. That's a great ni'mah from Allah. Without electricity, you have no refrigeration. You can't plug your phone. You can no AC, no hot water, no lot of stuff without electricity. And these are from the many blessings of Allah that as soon as you get home, you shouldn't be complaining and want to start a problem and want to pull up a fight. As soon as you get home, you're like, Allahu Akbar, I'm home. Alhamdulillah. Can you imagine going to a home? You have a place, no roof, no electricity, no water, nothing. No beds, no kitchen, no bathroom. There are people like that, don't you know? There are families that live like that. In Syria, in Libya, in Somalia, in Yemen, in Burma, there are families like that. They got a place with no water, with no kitchen, with no beds, with nothing. So the first thing that should come to our mind is to be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But this home comes with these blessings, come with responsibility. Allah gave us so many blessings, like we mentioned, beautiful home. And many of our homes are equipped with, subhanAllah, luxury. Very wrong. Who amongst us still live on a half-inch mattress? Somebody here? Or you got that orthopedic, Swedish, whatever, / I don't know what. Huh? Nice. Some I've seen, I never seen this alive, but I've seen it in what they call them? In publicity, on ads. Some advertised, that some beds have two halves. One half go up, one half go down. You have one?
Yeah.
You have one. How? And the person still complaining. And when you read in the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, like for example in Mukhtasar Seerah of Shaykh al-Islam Muhammad Abdul Wahab, or Al-Shama'il Muhammadiyya of Imam al-Tirmidhi. I'm mentioning these books so that you can take notes. If you want to read these books, to get them, like Al-Shama'il Muhammadiyya of Imam al-Tirmidhi. And especially if you get it with the explanation, for example, of Shaykh Abdul Razzaq al-Badr. Okay? Is amazing. Of Tahqiq of Shaykh al-Albani. And you go to the section, chapter when he mentioned the reports about the lifestyle of the Prophet ﷺ, especially when it comes to his bed and his cushions. It's amazing what Aisha tell you. His bed, the Prophet ﷺ was made, there are leaves, the trees and stuff. And his pillow is like filled with leaves too. Can you imagine now your beautiful pillow and subhanAllah, and still some of us can get no sleep. It's not about the pillow itself or the bed, it's about the condition of the heart. You may buy the most expensive mattress, as they say, but it's not guaranteed that will come with one good night of sleep, man. ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says الذين آمنوا وتطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب. Surah Al-Ra'd. Those who believe and their hearts feel at ease with the remembrance of Allah, verily with the remembrance of Allah do hearts feel at ease. Amen. That's why we read the Prophet ﷺ, he used to sleep on this. Look at, if you read in the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, his home, his house, used to be very small house. Very small. So much so that his bedroom, that when he get up and pray tahajjud, that when he sallallahu alaihi wasallam wants to make sujood, he will touch Aisha so she can, what was that? Her feet. To pull them. I'm looking for a word in English. To move her feet. Because that's so small. She's laying down. Now she has to pull her feet back to herself so that the Prophet ﷺ prostrate. Look how small his bedroom was. Now some of us, just the size of the bedroom is bigger than some apartments. And where is the gratefulness, to be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this house, ya ikhwan, this home that is equipped with all of this, subhanallah, amenities and these blessings of Allah, but it comes with a responsibility as well, that we have to take good care of this house. And it shouldn't be only about the building and the bricks, but it should be about fulfilling the great task and the risala, the message that this home should have. Therefore now, if we talk about the role of the Muslim home, then of course, we're not talking about the kitchen and the bedroom and living room and the first floor and second floor. We're talking about two main persons in that house. Somebody know what we're talking about? If we're talking about the responsibility, I know, the husband and the wife, which inshallah they may be father and mother to their children. على البيت المسلم أمانة يحملها الزوجان وهما أساس بنيانه ودعامة أركانه وبهما يحدد البيت مساره. See, every home, every house, every household is going to take a direction, right or wrong, for the good or for the bad. Every family, every home, whether it's going to be a very good home, or it's going to be very bad, the worst in the neighborhood, right or wrong, or the best in the neighborhood. Some of them are between. They have ups and downs. But what's going to make that? Is it the color? Just because they put a color and make it the best? Yes, some people, they look at it that way. They like superficial things. But what make it actually, that make the difference is the husband and the wife. They are the main bricks in any home. These two here, the husband and the wife. Based on who they are, the home's going to take a path. Especially the children. Based on how the husband and the wife going to be in their lives, in their aqidah, in their approach, in the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they do everything. That's going to have a great impact on that house and whoever live in it. فإذا استقام على منهج الله قولا وعملا وتزينا بتقوى الله ظاهرا وباطنا وتجملا يعني الزوجان وتجملا بحسن الخلق والسيرة الطيبة غدا البيت أي أصبح البيت مأوى النور وإشعاع الفضيلة وسطع في دنيا الناس ليصبح منطلق بناء جيل صالح وصناعة مجتمع كريم وأمة عظيمة وحضارة راقية. Sister, they cannot hear?
It's there's a lot of noise. The sound is okay, but there's so much noise they can't hear.
They have to fix that over there now. Now, please, our noble sisters, this is a great opportunity for all of us so that we can get some benefit. Try not to talk. You should be interested in what we are reading right now, because we're talking about ourselves, our homes, our responsibilities as men and women. And if the case is your children, then try your best, inshallah ta'ala, to do something about that. If you get to the point that you have a couple children and you cannot control them, then it will be better for you to go home. This way you don't bother others, especially in the house of Allah. First, try your best. If you can, mashallah, control your children. That's why there is so many ways to control the children. It's just like some of us, we don't know how to do it. For example, you talk to them before you bring them here. And tell them, look, I'm not saying this is forever, you're going to sit and don't move for the rest of your life. Because children, they may think like that. Tell them, no, it's only during the class. Only in the house of Allah. After the class, I'm going to take you outside and you can run as much as you want. Or tomorrow I'll take you, inshallah, to the playground, to the park, and you can run. I will not tell you sit down, because you're in a park. But now we're in a masjid, you cannot be running like that. Right, Ryan? Right, Dawood? What is this place here? A masjid or a playground?
Masjid.
What do we usually do, Ryan, in a masjid?
We walk. We walk instead of running.
In here, ahsant. In the masjid you walk, you don't run. Do we jump in a masjid? In a masjid, do we do monkey bars and all that? No, that's in the park. Right, Ryan? What we do, what we're supposed to do in a masjid?
We're supposed to pray
Ahsant.
and read books.
Very good. Quran and remember Allah. 6 years old or 5?
6.
6, 5.
6.
6 too? Okay. Take it from 6 years old. It says masjid here is for salat, for the remembrance of Allah, for reading books. And the best book is the book of Allah. Aina. So now, parents, father or a mother, you come to the masjid, come ready, talk to them. Tell them, look, I know you can run, but this is not the proper place nor the proper time. Because some of us parents, we do that before we take our children to the dentist. Before we take the same children to the dentist, right before they put them in a car, we're going to the dentist, right? All right. What do we do in the dentist? We behave. Do we run? No way. Do we raise voices? No, absolutely. But then we don't do that when you come to the house of Allah, the best place. No, it's good to teach your children before they go to the dentist that, look, you got to behave, okay? You don't run. But it is more so when you bring them to the house of Allah. So if you bring a few of them, come prepared. Bring some pencils and some coloring books or something, or something that they can do some activity, some little toys that doesn't have noise and stuff. And then they can, it's okay. You listening, they playing. That's normal. You as a mother, you're listening and taking notes. Your child, he's putting Legos together, which is normal, no problem. You're not going to expect for 2-3 years old to take notes. That's not normal at all. But they can play. Not like running all over the place. Jazakumullah khair. Naam Rayyan, you want to say something?
You don't shout in the masjid.
Ahsan, we don't shout in the masjid.
Like if somebody is so way far away, you walk to them instead of shouting.
Ahsan, that's very good. Allahu Akbar. Maybe you heard me doing that? Jazakallah khair for reminding us all. He says, look, you don't shout in the masjid. And he explained. He says, for example, you're in one corner of the masjid. You want to talk to a person way in the other corner. He said, Rayyan said, walk to him. Don't shout. That's very good, Rayyan. I'm going to remember that. Jazakallah khair. Okay. Allahu Akbar. So now, if the husband and the wife, they are the main bricks of any home, if they are upright upon the deen of Allah, in everything they say, meaning they say what's pleasing to Allah, no gossip, no backbiting, no insults, no foul language, no music, none of that. It's remembrance of Allah, they say what is good, they read Quran. The children, they pick up on that. Likewise, they are upright in their actions. They're truthful, they're generous, they're patient, forbearant, kind. They perform the prayers, zakat, charity, help and aid others to the best of their abilities. And if they adorn themselves with the taqwa of Allah, inwardly and outwardly, and beautify themselves with the good manners of Islam, and they lead a life according to the seerah of the best of mankind, the Prophet ﷺ, what this affect the house? House becomes, subhanAllah, a source of fadilah, of righteousness. Amen. This is how a home is distinguished. This is how a home will stand out. Anybody who visit, mashallah, they're like, subhanAllah, I like to go. When that brother visit me, I don't think about food. When that brother invites us, I don't think about food. That's the last thing comes to my mind. I just go there, subhanAllah, and I learn how a home should be. Because this is a home upon obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see only that which is pleasing to Allah. You don't see nothing that contradicts the teachings of Islam. This home become a good example for anyone who visited it, not alone those who live in it. So righteous children will grow up in this environment, righteous and good environment. So they become, those children, they grow up with time and they become men. They will carry out responsibilities. And that's how they will benefit themselves and therefore will benefit the community. أيها الزوجان بيتكما قلعة من قلاع هذا الدين وكل منكما يقف على ثغرة حتى لا يبرز إليها الأعداء كلاكما حارس للقلعة وصاحب القوامة في هذا البيت هو الزوج وطاعته واجبة. Now here, still addressing the husband and wife, you gotta look at your home is like a fortress, a fort, okay, that should preserve the identity, your identity and the identity of your children. Because you're supposed to preserve the Tawheed and the Sunnah and Islam. Because what makes us true Muslims is not just your name, Abdullah, Ahmad, Khadija, Muhammad, Aisha. This is not the only things that make you a good Muslim, or because you were born in some Muslim country or something. To be a good Muslim, you have to practice Islam, and you have to protect that. You got to protect our identity. Okay? So you look, the parents, it's like you're, subhanAllah, you're the main bricks in there, but also, subhanAllah, you gotta keep an eye on your home and keep an eye on your children. Anything that the enemies may try to slip in that will lead to any corruption of yourself or your children, then you have to fight. You have to fight these things. SubhanAllah. Many are the things that serve as a distraction or serve as, actually not just as a distraction, as a means of وَالْعِيَادُ بِاللَّهِ ruin. Not just to distract you, but also be a means of to destroy the whole family. So you have to look before you bring anything to your house. You gotta see, is this gonna help us to increase in taqwa? Is this gonna help us to stay firm upon the path of Allah? Or this is something that's gonna keep us away from the path of Allah? And then you make a decision yourself. Do you want what's pleasing to Allah or not? I think we passed the time for the iqamah. I do apologize. We will continue inshallah tomorrow. We will continue inshallah ta'ala tomorrow, as this is a very important topic. We're going to deal with it after Asr. After Asr tomorrow and after Maghrib inshallah. If we finish it after Asr inshallah. If not, we will continue after Maghrib inshallah. This is a very important topic if you share with me that, right? If you agree with me. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us better husbands and wives and parents. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us and assist us and aid us so that our homes will be the exemplary home for our children, for anyone that visit. Jazakumullah khairan wa barakallahu fikum. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam taslima.